All right, let's see. We're just waiting for people to come in now.
You told people that you was
Yeah, I put it out that you'll be answering questions. Let's see. I don't know, Tim. It's still 0.
maybe we should have planned it.
Sometimes you just jump on. Some people do it and they load right up. But yeah, we could have.
Yeah, you're right.
We're not there yet, champ. All
So
right.
like it was advertised earlier, it probably would have been ready.
Yeah, usually put it out a few, like half hour, 2 hours, 3 hours earlier. Oh, we got 2 people. Here we go.
Okay.
You guys go ahead and write in the comments if you have questions for Terrible Tim Witherspoon, 2-time heavyweight champ of the world.
Got 2 people.
Tim's got a lot of opinions, so go ahead and ask away.
Well, I know we on here, we primarily want to talk to people that want to talk about the Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis fight. There was so much that guys like me could have helped. Right now we don't have no time to talk bad about anybody. It's time to make things better, and leave all the negative stuff alone. Just talk about positive things. How could we help Ryan Garcia? Tank was a good fight. Ryan just, I think, needed to learn some more things before that fight. Each time you win, each time you get in the ring, you got to learn something, and then leave the other one behind. No, keep it with you, but learn something new each time. That's what I did in a lot of the boxers. Learn how to make that left hook a little bit better, or that right hand, or that defense. Each fight is a lesson. So this is a lesson for Ryan, and he could come back. He has good talent.
Well, here we go. We got a question, champ.
Okay, we had Tank. He had Tank on. Go ahead.
He said, Lord Jamo, do you think he quit?
Ryan, well, he made the wrong decision. Let's say that. I know in his mind, there's controversy. There's people around. There's a network. You're on pay TV, whatever. And he at that split moment, he made a decision. And if he did tell the referee he can't continue on, that probably was a lot of stress that was building up in him. And I think he probably could have made the wrong decision. Maybe could have fought a little bit more. Young people with new adventures make crazy decisions as they grow, if you understand what I'm saying. So he's a boxer. He's in the ring. This is a big fight, really big fight, and he made a decision. I mean, he has every right to do that, but he's going to learn from his decision that he made.
All right, and Juice wants to know, did you see some ways that Garcia could have won? Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know your answer.
Oh, yeah. In the beginning of the fight and in between that, he had Tank on the outside. So, listen, everybody. He should have been throwing the right hand. Everybody knows. No, this is not criticism. We just talking. He should have been throwing that right hand. Now, when you fight in the southpaw, your right hand is your jab. So when he came out doing his jab, I was like, oh, that's something bad already. He came out using the jab. Now, if he got a really super jab and getting it in, you don't supposed to stop something. If something working, you ain't supposed to stop it. So when he came out just doing the jab, I said, oh, that might be a bad plan. Because you're supposed to come out and throw right hands because that's your jab when you fight in the southpaw. Your left hand is right in front of his right, and it's blocking. It's blocking things. So you got to throw your right and come back with the left hook. He had the left hook. He didn't use the right side. He should have let Tank Davis forget about that left hook. He probably could have hit him with the right hand and stopped Tank Davis. You never know. So that's the deal, is that he didn't fight a southpaw the way you're supposed to fight a southpaw. He will learn in the future. There's guys like me around that can help. He had Dan Goosen in his corner, that's my man Dan. But sometimes you got to get somebody else to help you. Sometimes you got to ask for help. Don't take the shit down with you. Ask for help. There's nothing wrong with that. I've done it before.
Yep. Any other questions out there? Go ahead. Feel free. This is all about you guys. Question and answer time.
And listen, I told guys and boxers, I don't have to be in the corner and get prestige. I just want to see you win. Let me come in that camp, and I guarantee you, and I'm not kissing, begging. It's just the way things is, man. I'm here sitting there, and there's other couple other guys saying they can help you, and money's playing a big part in this whole thing. I
Yeah.
understand if you're getting 800,000, 900,000, you don't want to get nobody in there, and nothing wrong with that. But just think about it, guys. Think about it. If I didn't
Okay,
know
here
that
we go.
was go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry,
Lord
Bruce.
Jamo, why do you think he didn't use his range being the longer fighter? It's a good question.
Simple. Then somebody wasn't telling them. Somebody wasn't telling him. He was out. He had Tank out there. He should have utilized it. He should have been drilling right hands. Tank was practicing for the left hook. I guarantee you. I'm not disrespecting nobody in this corner, but I think they were working on Garcia's left hook. I guarantee you. Everybody works on the power of his opponent, his strength. They work on taking that away. And if you don't, something wrong with you. So Garcia left hook. If they was trainers, they'll be working on Garcia's left hook. And I don't think that happened. I don't think they I don't think they was looking for it. They was just doing basic training. You talking about Tank Davis. Wait a minute, what did he say?
He wanted to know about Garcia. Why do you think he didn't use his range being the longer
Okay.
fighter? Why
Okay,
didn't he
not
use the
Spain
range?
over. Yeah, but he
Yep.
should have. Somebody should have been there to assure him. Somebody that knows. I'm not saying they made the wrong move. Everybody got to pass tests all during their life. But somebody should have been there telling him to use his range. Drill that right hand. His left hook is good. Find ways to connect with that right hand, okay? And that left hook is going to come. So you supposed to throw the right hand when you fight in the southpaw. He did not do that. He did
Here we
not.
go. Blue Lotus said, Tim with the big heart. Warrior Clan. Which clan? I wonder if he's Scottish. He's Scottish.
Oh, that's up
I
there.
don't know. Maybe he is. I don't know. Warrior Clan. Joe Goosen should not have been his trainer for the fight. This big many people are talking about that he should have had you in his train. Who's saying that? That's great. Because in our camp, not only you get Tim Witherspoon, but you might even get Michael Olajide to show up as one of the mental coaches. We got one hell of a team up here. Huh, champ?
Yeah, well, listen, Dan Goosen, I fought for his promotion maybe once or twice. Me and him were cool. We're really good guys. I'm not going to say I was disappointed. He was in corners. Lou Duvers was in corners and never fought, but his brother did. There's another crew that had somebody in their corner didn't. Lou Duva was one of them. And there's another one, but they got in the corners but didn't really ever box before. You know what I'm saying? And I think that Dan should have gotten some help, but he was in this corner before. He's in the corner. It's just if you have somebody in the corner that never boxed before, and people hear, oh, he never fought before, but he's in the corner. That's like a negative in a way, to boxing people. I would have said, let me get a trainer in there to help. So I don't know why Dan didn't think of this was a really big fight for Ryan. And he's holding the pads. I seen that. That wasn't too accurate. And I like Dan. I don't know why, the people promoters do that. They want to be in the corner and everything, but they should get those trainers in there. Find a way to get publicity You're already a promoter. You're already people know you. Get the best for the boxer as you can.
All
Just
right.
that's my opinion.
Boss B says Ryan, the second round goes crazy trying to knock Davis, knock down Davis. I think it was an error, but heavy pressure really work against. But heavy pressure really work against Davis. I guess he's asking, will heavy pressure work against Davis?
I think long range and defense. If you put pressure on Davis, you have to get close to him. You have to throw multiple punches, and in between that, you could get caught with that famous uppercut. I would keep him on the outside, and the closer you get to Davis, keep your defense tight. That's what I would have been telling Garcia: bend your knees, so you can get in and out. Because you can't move fast when your feet is like this. When you bend them, you can maneuver around. But when they like stiff, straight up and down, you can't move. So, that would be my defensive mechanism to move away and get in. Um, so Ryan Garcia, the closer he get to Tank, the tighter his defense should get. But when you're on the outside, keep his defense tight, but get that right hand moving. Keep that right hand moving. That's the
And
jab.
that's his other question too. He says, Tim, do
Okay.
you think more right hands from Ryan could have made? So you're answering his second question.
Listen, when I first started, I was an amateur. I was sparring with Randy Mack from the old Passion gym down there where Sylvester Stallone made the movie. That's where I was going in the gym. And I had to spar him as an amateur every other day. Every day I had to spar with Randy Mack. He was tough old man, like, and he was still pro. And that's where I learned. That's why I knew when my first guy I really had sparring with was Randy Mack, and I sparred with him like for 2 years until he like retired. Him and other people. So Slim taught me how to fight a southpaw, and it's easy to me. It's easy to me. And Randy, I was young. He was old. He was putting it on me. But then as it went on, I started turning the table. I started turning the table and doing the right thing. So you got to put them right hands on him. Your defense got to get tight. But a guy like Tank, though, I would have kept him on the outside, uppercuts, right back to defense. Throw the right hand and make him duck so the next punch will be uppercuts. If I throw the right hand, keep trying to throw fire so he can go down, because in your mind, you want him to go down to throw the uppercuts. So throw fire this way. And as soon as you get Tank going down, your next shot is going to be an uppercut. So somebody should have took Ryan there. If you're missing him with that right, you know he's going to go down. Think about the uppercut. And you really want to force somebody to go down. But in your mind, you want to hit him with that uppercut. Really
And
not so much of that.
and something for everybody to know, when Tim says tight defense, he don't mean literally just make your defense, but he literally means
On your
keep
skin.
tight. Yeah, tight,
On your
tight,
body.
tight. When this is here,
Right.
tight. Yeah, everything's goes never out here, never reaching to. We went through Teofimo, how he reaches too much. His defense is out there. All right, let me get to another question here. Glenn R., his foot placement was terrible. He had no variation. He gave his job away and was completely predictable.
You're talking about Ryan.
Ryan, of course, yeah.
Yeah, look, I seen it, and his feet weren't in the right place. He wasn't practicing. He wasn't practicing to try to keep that left foot on the outside of Tank's lead foot. Even though Tank was small and was moving a little bit, that's the direction you're supposed to go in. You try to keep that left foot on the outside of his, and you put some movement. See, Tank is short, but you keep the left foot on the outside. But what you do is you move in and make them turn into your punches, turn in. So I'm right here, okay? I'm right here. This is the back of Tank, and this is the front where he can hit you with his left. You want to get behind here and make them turn into your punches. Me and Brian, we're going to have to make a video and show everybody. We did it before.
And it's classic. We've seen so many fighters put the foot with the southpaw on the wrong side of their lead foot. They're on the wrong side. They want the foot. They want to be on in the back. They want to the opponents. They want to be on the I guess right would be on
It will
their
be on the outside of his lead
outside,
foot.
yeah, the lead foot, the outside, which is their back. You want to
And
be
and
around the
what that does is it help you keep away from the southpaw left side, his left hand. So it'll make it easy for you to go
All
this
right, let me
way
get to it.
if your feet is on the outside.
Here's something. Here's something interesting, champ.
Okay. Okay.
Lord, Lord Paymo. This is interesting. I didn't know he said this. What do you make Garcia saying in the post-fight conference he got caught because he got bored in the ring? I don't know how you get bored fighting an apex predator like that. It wasn't the boring liver shot. I can tell you that right
I
now.
think that might have been just a nervous
Yeah.
answer. He's just
Well,
a
and I think
nervous
he knew
answer.
people were gonna start trashing him. So you're right.
Yeah, but I think that was a nervous answer that he made, and he had to say that. So he's going to make it up if he get in shape, get that body in shape, so he can take a body shot. In the future, people, boxers, everybody make at that specific time, they'll make a decision to say certain things, and later on say, "Man, I don't know why I said that." Um, but that's just the way it is.
Yep. So, all right, champ. So here, this is interesting. This might come off of Conor McGregor's statement. So, Lord JMO, do you
Okay.
think the rehydration clause played a part in his defeat? Now, it was Conor McGregor who brought that up. So I don't know if that's where that comes from, Lord, but I think that's an interesting question.
No, that had nothing to do with Ryan Garcia losing that fight. No, skills did. You know, rehydration. What they couldn't do, they couldn't eat. They couldn't go over a certain pounds.
No, I think they. I guess maybe they can. You can gain weight or something after. Is that what
Yeah,
that means?
but it wasn't that much weight. It wasn't that much weight. You in there, you a warrior. If he a couple of pounds heavier, come on now. Let's don't talk. Let's don't talk about. We can talk about it, and it's okay to talk about it. Come on, a couple of pounds. Come on. I knocked that guy's 100 pounds heavier than me.
You couldn't
I
knock
knocked
me
that
out.
guy's, huh?
I'm smaller than you. Couldn't knock me out. You
But I
all.
knocked out guys 6'8", 300, 200, like 70 pounds heavier than me. You know, I know I'm a heavyweight, and they were too. But those could be excuses. I'm not saying Ryan did it or Tank do it. They making up this thing about the weight thing. A fight is a fight. If anything, a little bit extra weight might make you sluggish. It might make you sluggish. So, on the weight thing, it was a lot of weight I could see, and height and everything I could see, but they were welterweights. They're lightweights. They're lightweights, right?
Yeah, they're pretty. They're pretty light. 130, maybe 135.
135,
Maybe
135.
smaller. Yeah. And then we have Andrew Charles says, "Salute, fellas. Hey, go ahead, guys. Fire away with the question. The champ is in the hot seat.
It's
He's
not
ready.
hot. This is fun.
It's in the hot seat."
It's okay. It's okay. People want to know what's going on these days, and like they had his trainer. Um, Wait a minute.
Guzin,
I had so many things. Yeah. Dan
Joe Guzin.
Goosen. Dan Goosen should have said, "This is the right time for me to get some help." That's all, nice and calm. He never fought before. I don't think Dan never fought before. He has been in boxers' corner before. Whether to help him or not, I don't know. But the bottom line is that these big money fights and these big fights, at least have somebody come to your camp that know what they're doing, and have the boxer ready. Have the boxer ready. I mean, all this time I just been sitting around and watching a lot of guys when they could avoid a lot of things. I don't know everything, but this is easy. This is easy from what I've been taught. I don't know everything, but this stuff was easy. That fight was easy for me to figure out what to do. All he had to do is keep his left foot on the outside, try to get around that side, keep playing with that right hand, throwing it hard, and set him up with that left uppercut. They should have been teaching him come up or cut, but keep his hand up here, not down here. Here, then bring it over. go get on when Tank go like this, go on the outside and move in and throw punches. Yeah, well, he just stayed right out there throwing them punches, and he kept using his jab, and I was like, wow, that jab should be his right hand. He
We
could
got a
turn that.
question, champ.
Okay,
Boss
let's
T.
go.
When Ryan missed the left hook, the right hand was at his waist. Why Ryan always has that terrible defense with chin up and the hands always been dropped to the waist. Some
Good
professionals
question.
have bad defense. Yeah, that's
Good
wow.
question, because he don't have a guy like me around to tell him to keep it up, to keep that up. Anytime you throw one punch, you're supposed to keep the other one up for defense or the counter. Okay, I got it up for I threw this. I ain't gonna drop this. I'm gonna leave it up here just in case a punch come. I could counter off of it. That's what I would be teaching. Okay, if I throw the left hook, I'm gonna keep this here. So just in case they throw that punch, I catch it and counter. Whether it's a body
It's funny,
shot,
champ. You say that because when we were with Mitch Green, Blood Green, I was throwing jabs and he just kept telling me, you gotta hear, his funny ways. And he's like the old school people. I mean, that's here. He says, never be punched. It shouldn't even come down. He said it shouldn't even come down a tiny bit. It's always there,
I
never
always put
down.
mine on the temple.
Yeah.
But then when I relax, I bring it down. Sometimes I felt so confident about my defense, I just left them here, and because I just move, slip, I block. Once you practice and do that, you have so much confidence. You have so much confidence, just like Anthony Joshua. His confidence was in, if you can't hit me, I know I'm gonna knock you out. Same thing with Deontay Wilder, but Deontay Wilder, he got that right hand. He confident with that, but I know they all wary of their defenses. Tyson Fury, I love all these guys, but I'm gonna tell you what Tyson Fury do. He'll grab you and hold. Oh shit! Hold on, guys.
You better grab and hold that light.
Yeah. Listen, Tyson Fury, his thing is he'll grab you instead of like this. And most of the time he'll grab you and then hit you, then hit you, then grab you again. You know what I'm saying? That's his attack. That's his attack.
We got another question. Warrior Clan. Who do you think will win in Tank versus Devin Haney?
Okay. I saw Devin fight. Let me get this light right. Okay. I saw Devin fight.
Yeah, get it right, champ. The ladies might be coming in here. Tim's looking for a girlfriend, everybody.
But we're not trying to down nobody. I saw Devin Haney fight, and I think Tank will gradually. Devin is cool. I'm seeing him fight. I think that we don't know if Tank can really take a good punch. We don't know that. I don't know, because you get them guys out of there. I think it'd be a good chance if Devin don't tighten his defense up. He can go the same way. He can get dropped too. I know he keeps his hands up. I really don't want to comment a whole lot because I seen him boxing, and he don't seem to be as strong as some of the other guys his weight class. He don't see, but he is good. But he is good. Devin Haney is good.
What about the bettors out there, champ? What would be the bet for Tank versus Devin?
I think everybody will go with Tank. If you're talking about who's going
to
win.
What round do you think he would hammer?
I don't know, because Devin boxes. He boxes. I got to do more research on him. I did see him fight before. Because I'm an expert on that. What I'm saying, I recognize right off the back if their defense, if they lack in defense, if they're not using it enough. Everybody uses offense. Everybody want to hit you, but not everybody can block them. So I'll be looking at that all the time. So I'm gonna concentrate and look on that when Devin fight again.
Your man's here, Nick, Classic Boxing Channel. Hey, Nick.
Hey, Nick.
He said, nice New England shirt. So
this is England. This is English shirt.
That's from England. Yep, nice English shirt. Yeah. Did I say New England? I don't know.
Yeah, you said New England. This is UK. That's my second home.
All right, Lord J-Mo. Tank and Ryan reportedly did over 1 million pay-per-view buys, 20 million live gate. Whatever gate is, I don't know what that is.
20 million live gate.
Hey, Nick.
Hey Nick, how you doing?
I
20
don't know what
million.
20 million gate is, but I guess I don't know, 1 million pay-per-view buys. I don't know what live gate is. Maybe you could clarify that, Lore.
Live gate is, I guess, the people coming to the stadium. They didn't make that much money at the gate.
Oh, live gate. Okay, yeah. I don't know.
20 million at the live gate. Oh,
Yeah.
they must be buying tickets for a thousand apiece.
So
How
what they
many
would pay for
million?
you? What would they pay for you, champ? If you fight Roy Jones, we're gonna fight Roy Jones. Everyone, put it out
Roy
there.
don't
The
want to fight
champ
me.
called out Roy Jones.
He
Tell
don't
him,
want
right?
to fight me. Roy
And
don't
we
want to
also
fight me.
called out Shannon Briggs.
Yeah. Hey, let's get it on. But I'm just saying, Roy Jones is fighting that muscle. That I'm the celebrity heavyweight champion, celebrity boxing heavyweight champ. I walk away because nobody wanted to fight me, and then I guess they gave it to Roy. Now I'm back. I'm ready. I'm ready to fight you, Roy. What you want to do? And if he beat if the other guy beat him, which I don't think so, he's pretty strong. I'll knock his ass, excuse my language, I'll knock him out too and take him out to dinner. Okay? Yeah. I'm in good shape. I've been chopping. I've been hitting the hammer. I've been hitting the heavy bags. I've been doing the ropes. I've been running on the treadmill. And I'm doing this for a purpose. I want to get out there and do an exhibition or do whatever and show everybody my skills.
All right. Bass B says, sorry for my bad English. I'm a fan for you, Tim. And I'm actually training and asking for people in the gym to hit me so I can have your amazing and strong defense. Saludos das. Oh, Chile. Must be from Chile. Greetings from Chile. All right. I bet you
Yo,
it's nice there.
okay. Well, he gotta let us see some of his videos so we can show him how to tighten his defense up and counter off of it. Okay, Brian, if you can.
Yeah.
If he
Hey, if
needs
you
some
want,
help, if he
this
needs
guy
some help,
is always listen. He's always Ryan Garcia. This has got to be our buddy.
yeah.
Ryan Garcia. Just I hereby challenged him to 12 rounds myself. I
Let's
think that's the
go.
guy we know. $2. Thanks, brother. I think I know who it is. Sometimes he's a wither fork.
Oh yeah.
Listen, here, get in touch with me. We'll do a free analysis for you because you always come in all the lives. He's always in every live we do.
Let's do
Tim will,
something for him. Let's do something
yeah,
for him.
we'll and if you want, we'll even put it on the channel if you're comfortable with that. But the Tim will do a fight review, so you could be hitting the heavy bag. You can be sparring, shadow boxing, whatever, and we'll do a breakdown. Here's my number. Just get in touch with me.
And fighting southpaws, don't worry. Don't
We
worry.
got that. And I think this is Nick is the one. Was he or is that the other guy? Was Nick, did you come to an event with Tim? Or was this Chad? Or that guy was Chad, right? I don't remember.
Chad.
Yeah, remember the guy who drove up? They drove all the way from Rhode Island and
He came with Bruce.
yeah.
You
Yeah, fans, if
forgetting,
you want to
man.
come see Tim, if you come to an event and you contact us early, you get VIP. They got to meet Michael Nunn, Sugar Ray Seals, Reddick Bow, Mitch Blood Green. They got to meet Pazienza in the private hotel. We were all together. Nobody knew where that was, but he let them come in, and they got backstage everything, man. There were VIPs at the front. So always remember that. Randy Witherfork's here. You're getting challenged again, Ryan Garcia. Now Randy Witherfork's talking some trash, Tim. He says,
What'd he
Tim's been
say? He want
ducking
to
me
fight
like
me.
I was a bullet.
Say that again.
He said, Tim's been ducking me like I was a bullet. Now, there is a rumor out there that the reason you do duck Randy Witherfork is there was a private sparring match and he bested you, and ever since then, you've been running from him. That's the rumor.
Well, let's just get it on. That's all.
Keep
Let's get it
challenging
on.
him. We need more challenges. Tim needs more
Yeah,
$2.
let's get it on. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Muchos gracias, Brian. Thanks very much. It's going to be an honor that Tim can see his crosshair used by. Yes, send it, everybody. We're spreading the secrets. All right, we got Giulietto Valdella. Videla, I hope I said that right. There are rumors that Ryan had broken ribs from training. That I heard that with his sparring partner. I'm happy for Tank. I like his boxing style. Now, I did predict, didn't I say that, Tim? I said Tank's going to hit him one time and wake him up, and he may not want to go on. I predicted the fourth round that would happen.
That's hard decision to make when you know that that you hurt your ribs. Whether you want to go in the ring and take everybody money with a broken rib, and that was hard for Ryan to make a decision. I don't know if his ribs was hurt, he should have pulled out the fight. But that's a hard decision for him to make. The fight is there. If it's true, my ribs is hurt. I got money people around me. They want to make money. I'm just talking. If his ribs was hurt, and it was a basic fight, a regular fight, I would have pulled out or something. But this was a big money fight, so he
And
had to
we
go in. It's a hard decision to make for him.
And we talked
If it,
about this because
yeah,
you fought Andrew Galata, you beat him, but he was tough. And it was Mike Tyson. He quit, and he was right. He had a severe brain injury and he knew
wow,
something was wrong. Remember, and everybody
yeah,
trashed him for it, called him
yeah,
a coward. But then he went to the hospital, and he was in bad shape. They said had
saved
he
his life.
continued that fight, yeah, it
Saved
saved
his
his life.
life. It saved his life.
Bosby says he blocks and counters just like you. So we get to see. We'll break it down. Warrior,
Who blocked?
that's Bosby, the guy who's going to send us his
Oh,
fighting
okay,
style. Remember,
beautiful.
contact me on WhatsApp there, Bosby. So Dante Wilder, this is Warrior Clan. Dante Wilder really needs you to tighten up his defense. If you was in his camp, the boxing world would be on fire. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ.
Let's
Let's
go,
go.
champ. The bottom line with him, if his defense was tight and his jab was almost as good as his right hand, he would still be undefeated. He would still be undefeated. I'm telling you. If his jab was almost as good as that right hand, the one that's knocking everybody out, and his defense was good, he would still be undefeated. He would not. He would have knocked all of them out. He just got to learn how to position his shoulders, throwing punches, and relax. He doesn't relax a lot because he's not sure of his defense. And there's a lot of boxers out there. It's the same way. They can't relax because they don't know what their opponent going to throw. But if he go get some good training with a good defensive person, he'll have more confidence and be more relaxed in the ring.
All right.
Have good
Ray
defense.
Mancini, if I said that last name right, said he didn't get up because he knew, and this is coming from Shut Chola Me Zoop. Zoop, I guess that's how you say it. Anyways, he didn't get up. This guy, Ray Mancini, said he didn't get up because he knew he would get his ass kicked even worse, and that he could have gotten up, but he's an internet kid.
Talking about Ryan?
Yeah, yeah.
He did get up, didn't he? But then he
Well,
went down again.
yeah, he quit. Yeah, and then after was it. He gave. They think he just
Well, that's only
fighting. I mean, that's what the
yeah. So
people are saying.
I know he's saying it. So if he's really hurt, that's just reactions you're going to get from him. If he's really hurt. So he went down. What did he say again? He went down,
Yeah, that he didn't get back up because he felt like he was going to get his ass kicked.
or his ribs were really hurting.
Yeah.
Either that or his ribs was really hurting. I don't.
Hey, listen, anybody who goes 4 rounds with Tank the way he punches is not that much of an internet kid, man. That's anybody who's been in the ring before and you get in with a hard hitter like that, it makes you think twice about how tough you might be. But yeah.
No, the bottom line is if you know you can nullify that uppercut or all that what he's doing, you'll feel confident. Believe me, there's always something. There was somebody in there for George Foreman. There was somebody in there for Mike Tyson. There was somebody in there that thrown those really outstanding hard punches. It's just a matter of time when it happened.
And it's like you always say, Tim, when things like that happen, it's just a lack of confidence, and that's why you gotta with the Philly shell, you gotta believe in it. You believe in the Philly shell, and those things don't happen. But you got to have faith in it, and that's why a lot of people, it doesn't work for them, because they don't have the faith to keep it here.
Well,
Everybody wants to reach out.
well,
You got another $2, and you're being challenged by Dante Wilder's jab. I've been holding Dante back. $2 more. All right. Keep lining them up. We need more
I'll
challenges.
just do like this. I'll just do like that. Keep throwing it. Just keep throwing it. You know.
Bosby says my trainer hates when when he uses the cross guard. He always says to use the high guard, which is our man Marlon Starlin, the master. He knows secrets of the high guard, but
I'm not
anyways,
trying to be
but I
kinky.
can't. I can't the Tim Gross. He can't listen to him because your cross guard is just too amazing. I can win against any opponents just with my defense. And
Let me
there's
say this.
secrets to using it, right, champ?
Right, but let me say this, and I have no disrespect for whoever teaching him. The reason why he's telling them that, because you probably really don't know how to teach them. So a lot of trainers, a lot of people will push you away from something because they don't know nothing about it. They never experienced it working for them. You know what I'm saying? I experienced this working for me. You know what I'm saying? That, this, that. I experienced it working for me. And I learned that people that can't teach you it, they don't get offended. They just get scared of it because they don't want you to know that they don't know how to do that. So if whoever's saying that they don't want you to do that, it's because they can't show you how to use that defense in multiple different ways.
Well, that's true.
That makes sense.
The Shut Cho, I can't say lame. Zupa said he agrees with you.
I'm just saying they probably can't teach it. That's why they tell you not to do it.
That's
and
right.
I've been through this so many times with different boxers. You know,
and even those of you know who Marlon Starlin, he was the master of high guard, says it's not done right anymore. Like they don't, he doesn't, he we've somebody that we talk with a lot, and he mentions and we should have him on to look at the high guards nowadays, because he says it's not done the way it's supposed to. It doesn't have the secrets in it that they learned back in the day to make it work.
See, he high guards straight up like this, but I got several high guards. There's several high guards that I do, but he high guards up like this. That's what Marlon do, and he's perfect with what he does with that. But I got several high guards that you could use.
So, Lord J. Moore, when you gonna start your own boxing league camp? What do you mean? Like, we have a camp right now. We also are doing events, which I don't know if it might be too early. Maybe we could talk a little bit about it to people.
You can, yeah, you can.
What do you mean, Lord J. Mo? What do you mean by boxing league champ? What do you mean? Do you know what he means, champ? By a
boxing league. He could. There's not a team. He need to answer you. The boxing league maybe start like our own heavyweight, lightweights, light heavyweights.
We're doing something like that, aren't we, champ? We're doing.
Yeah, we need some big sponsors. We need some big sponsors for that.
Well, we got a bunch of them. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. We're gonna be starting a. I don't know how much about this we can talk about right now, but it'll definitely be one of the largest combat events in history. I guess we could say it that way. And the way we're going to do it is going to be extremely unique and something that's not really been done before. And we're talking with some very big people are involved with making this happen. We even, I don't know how much I can say, but we have like people who are movie producers. Matter of fact, we were just at dinner with one of them, and we have some big names like John Lord with Van Dam. What's his name? Van Dam. He was just he's been talking about it a bit. So.
Claude Van Dam.
Claude Van Dam. Yeah, Claude Van Dam. We just got a voice message from him about what we're doing. So yeah, this could be something really big. They have, so we got Warrior Clan. They have fight combat martial arts magazine called The Deadly Art of Survival, based out of New York. They accept independent writers to write about sweet science if you want to be in the magazine. Yes, send us the information. Yep, we do. We do all that stuff. Absolutely. So if you have a way, if you have a connection there, that'd be great.
I'm trying to push also too. Now this is nothing big. I'm just wondering, like everywhere I go, I'll be telling everybody about the Sylvester Stallone movie, the Rocky movie, and he made it right in my neighborhood. Isn't that something? The Italian market is only 10 minutes away from where I was born and raised, and where he went on that market, made the movie. I was born 10 minutes. My mom used to do it too. I used to do it. She used to take me there. We used to buy groceries. Then I went on to become the two-time heavyweight champ of the world, the real one.
Oh,
So that
Lord
was kind of
JMO,
cool.
Tim says, Terrible Tim versus Mike Tyson, make it happen. We've tried, and Tim's friends with
Oh,
Mike.
Mike could fight me. Mike could do an exhibition. He ain't worried. Mike could definitely do an exhibition. I'm just saying. I'm
Yeah.
just saying he ain't scared of
He
me.
hasn't taken up the challenge, though. It's
Huh?
out there. Challenge is out there. He hasn't taken it up. Keeps changing his phone number. But what's his name? Milton. Milton has the new one. So if you what we're trying to do is get Tim, Mitch Blood Green, and Mike Tyson all sitting together. We were at an event. We brought Mitch to it. Little kids came to see him. Hot Champ, 5 years old,
Yeah.
7 years
Kid.
old. They knew who Mitch was. It was unbelievable because of the Tyson thing.
Yeah, he said, that's Mitch. He was talking to me and he said, that's Blood Green. And he just let he said, Tim, I'll be back. And he went to talk to Blood and get it autographed, and he came back. I thought that was really good. Blood
Yeah,
needed
the kid
just
even painted his face.
yeah. I like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
That was cool. He had his shirt off too. He had the towel
Let me see.
on.
I might have the picture here of
Okay.
that kid.
Yeah, that was really cool. So we doing a lot of stuff after your career's over. We with all the boxers. We would be with a lot of the boxers. We trying to build it up even more. So we got about 25, 30 boxers, right?
I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's the kid. I don't know how good that quality. There he
And
is.
I made him that's me putting his arm on his shoulder. See that Tyson thing? And yeah, that's me putting his hands up. See, I'm always doing teaching boxing. Look at that. Now
There's
I put
Mitch,
his hands up.
everybody.
Yeah.
Let's see if we
Yeah,
got
that was
more of
cool.
Mitch. Yeah, there he is again. Mitch, people have a lot of don't know this guy, man. He is what you've heard about him is not true. He is an amazing human being.
Yeah,
He'll
he's
go
cool.
to the children's hospital with the kids that are dying and spend 5-6 hours. They got to drag him out of there doing his magic tricks. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there about him, but we'll probably put something together to show the other side of Mitch Green, what people don't know. They only know what, God bless Mike, but Mike gave one version and it was, a spin. It was his version, the perfect version about what happened. And, he's always trashing Mitch, but Mitch is an incredible person. I've spent a lot of time with him. Huh, Champ?
Yeah, well, I think that it escalated into deeper things. They were doing stuff that boxers do, but I think that Blood Green carried it on a little bit too further. So
Yeah, of course.
Tyson did the basic things that you need to do to hype the fight, but Blood being mistreated, not by him, not by Mike, but being mistreated by somebody else caused him to continue on that their war that was going on.
And
Yeah.
here's Mitch now. He's got we're doing we're gonna be doing some, I don't know if that comes in. He's got a little trouble with his legs. We're gonna
That's
be
me holding him up.
Yep, we're gonna be working to get him rehabbed. Maybe we'll even do a fundraiser for Mitch to get him. He's in tough times right now, but we're Tim and I are doing everything we can to get him back in shape. We have one of the best physiatrists in the world, Dr. MD. This guy's one of the best there is. He's going to go see Mitch and personally oversee his rehabilitation.
Yep.
Here we go. Shout Cholo Z up. said, Tim, we love you, champ. They said, God
Love you
bless
too.
the state. Smith said, glad Mitch is doing good.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, here we go. Lord
Terrell
Jamo,
Biggs also. Terrell
what's that?
Biggs also. Now I'm saying
Terrell
Terrell,
Briggs was here.
the
He's in
gold
bed.
medal winner.
Yep. We're doing a lot of stuff with Xavier. He's part of this event that we're planning because he does a lot of boxing events. So Xavier's a great guy,
Yeah,
amazing.
Xavier. He's a
Terrell was
gold
great,
medal
but he
winner.
has a problem standing too.
Yeah.
His
He's a
legs are
gold
out.
medal winner. He's a gold medal winner, heavyweight gold medal winner for the U.S. And him and Blood, they kind of like need help. But there's more people. We're gonna come back, and we're gonna come back strong. We're gonna get everybody. We're gonna try to get everybody together because we can't lose this boxing thing. We got to keep boxing moving.
Yeah. Yep. And a lot of people know, I don't know if a lot of the younger people know who Sugar Ray Seals is, but we just talked with him. He's homeless, lost his home. He lost everything, and
Right.
but we've been calling him. We've put it out there. His fans have been reaching out to him, and he just feels so blessed that people still remember and care about him. Let's say Lore Jamo, who will be the last standing in the lightweight division? Shakur, Haney, or Tank?
I actually think that I'm not answering this question too fast. I actually think that Tank with that vicious uppercut.
Bruce, you want to come on? I'll send you the link.
Listen. If that, I think that Tank might need one more thing added onto his repertoire. He just got that uppercut and stuff like that, but I think as he move on, he needs to add one more thing, defense, and one more thing. He just got everybody know the uppercut. There has to be another something else that he can execute that'll help him with that uppercut. There's got to be other things. So I don't know. Them other guys might try to outbox him and don't get in too close. They better have a good defense because Tank will definitely sneak that left uppercut right up the middle. Because nobody's telling these guys how to really fight a southpaw.
Hey, Bruce, I sent you the link, brother, if you want to pop on for a few minutes. The Steak, Sam Mitch said, glad all the OGs of the sport are programming together. We have a thing we started called the Circle of Legends. And it's just, we're pulling them all along with what we're doing and trying to teach them how to create social media accounts. We just did a fundraiser. We ended up getting laptops. We call it Laptops for Legends. I sent them. I have to give one. I have the last one to give to our man. What's his name? Right over here, champ.
Where?
Right here, the light cruiserweight champion of the world.
Oh, you talking about Nate Miller?
God, he slipped my brain. Hey, Bruce, here's Mr. Gas.
What's up, guys? What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Tim, what's happening, brother?
Been busy today. I'll read off the questions for you guys. Wow, man, God bless. That was shut. All right. Hey, Tim, who's the best inside fighter who you've ever seen? Bruce, Tim, then Bruce. If you have because Bruce is our boxing historian.
Inside boxer. Curtis Parker out of Philly was really good. Curtis Parker. Oh, God, that's hard to say. Was Joe Frazier get inside? He get inside. Inside boxer was a lot of good ones.
Julio Cesar Chavez, awesome inside fighter.
Yeah, get inside and rip them punches.
That's a good one. What about way back?
That is good.
What about way back? Who is somebody you would say, guys, from back when they were real brawlers, from the 50s, the 40s, who would you think back? Who was somebody getting?
Guys like Jake LaMotta, he bust your ribs up.
What about Rocky Marciano? Was he a big inside guy, right? Because he had short arms, didn't he?
He'll break your arms and everything.
Would you say he could have been the greatest inside overall?
I don't know. Bruce could answer that. I seen a lot of things during. I seen a lot of things. Look, if he hits you, he's knocking you out or breaking your bones. But
Just
I
want to
seen
say hi to somebody.
opportunities.
That one guy, Bones. What's up, everybody?
That
He
one
wants
guy,
to say
Bones.
he's always in here. This one guy, Boss B, says, "What about Roberto Duran?" That's a good one.
Roberto was an animal. He fights you from the inside or the outside. Very, very educated fighter.
Bruce, were you there when Pazienza and I can't remember who else was there? Was I had asked him about Duran and what his punch was like, and he said it was.
Like hard.
He said it
He
was.
said it
I've
was.
never felt anything like that. He said, Pazienza said I got hit by everybody. He says it was. You can't explain it. And the other person who fought him agreed because Paz said to him, What was your opinion?" And he said, "Yeah, you can't describe how that punch was. There's no way to describe it."
Let me quote Vinny Paz the day I was riding around with him, and he told us that. He said, in the second round, he says, I went to brush something off my shoulder, and it was the canvas.
That's right. He did say that.
That's a good one.
Hey, I just got off the phone talking to legends, man. I was talking to Archie Moore's daughter.
Whoa.
Her name is Jay Marie. Tim, you know Archie Moore? You know Jay Marie?
You know, I probably met her before because I met Archie, before he passed and stuff. He's a really, really nice guy. Nice guy. You know, talked about a lot of good things and spreaded the knowledge. You know, I'm really blessed, man. Him, but I never really. I don't think I ever met his daughters or anything. But we was in Vegas talking. I was just really privileged to be around him. Serious.
Well, man, I met
Great
her the
Archie
other
Moore.
day. Leon introduced me to her. Leon says you got to talk to her. She wants to come on the show. She just wrote a book, and
We'll bring her on.
Oh, you've been talking to Leon Muhammad.
oh, I talk to Leon all the time. Me and Leon are brothers, man.
Listen,
Yeah.
he know everything. Just
He knows everybody. He knows everybody.
Bruce.
He called me up 7 o'clock in the morning, and he says, "Bruce," I says, "Leon," I said, "I didn't even brush my teeth yet. What's up?" He says, I got Archie Moore's daughter over here. His name is Jay Marie. She wants to talk to you because she saw one of the shows that we did, and like I said, she just wrote a book, and she's so cool. She's in her 60s. She used to box. Archie taught her to box. Okay. Archie was the one who invented the Philly shell. He called it the turtle shell, and she's got so many stories, and she's so cool. Anyway, while I was talking to her co-author, the guy's name is Paul Glander, and he wrote a book on Sonny Liston. This dude is older than I am. He knows the life, the death. He knows everything about Sonny Liston. He's going to come on my show tomorrow at 1:30 our time. He lives in California. And man, this guy was just blowing my mind. He knows how Sonny died. He knows what happened in Lewiston, Maine. He knows everything. He spent 40 years of his life studying Sonny Liston. He can tell you.
I could be on a little bit into that's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow morning. I mean, tomorrow at 1:30. I wasn't expecting. I wasn't here to corner you into coming on with me, Tim. You always talk about.
I could do like a half an hour. No problem.
All right, man. I'll shoot you a link for sure, bro. I'll shoot you a link.
You gotta talk about no time stuff.
Oh, bro, you're a busy man. You're in the gym all day. Brian's out there.
Bruce, put the link in there so somebody can pay that to your channel. Or can they just click on your name? Also, the steak sandwich he wants to know about was Lamada. Was he one of the best inside?
Yes, he was.
Yeah. Then we got Liston, Frazier. He put, they were all good. Then we have Lore Jamo wants to know Teofimo versus Josh Taylor, June 10th. Who you got? Who do you think is going to win, guys?
I think Teofimo is going to win. That's going to be a good fight. Josh Taylor, former undisputed champion. I mean, the last fight with Jack Catterall, very, very close fight. I thought Catterall won the fight.
Okay.
We'll see what kind of frame of mind that both of them are in, because Teofimo, Tim knows Teofimo better than almost anybody out there. He's a Philadelphia, New York boy. So you were showing Teofimo some defensive tactics
Yeah, was trying to. It was trying to. He had his own little moves. He just wanted to add stuff into it. Yeah.
Yeah, did you hear what he said? We have it on film when you were asking him why he put that right foot the way he did, backed it because he didn't like where it was. And he said because of Bruce Lee. So that was kind of interesting. He says, I do it because of Bruce Lee. So he's apparently a Bruce Lee fan. We have it on video. It's on our channel. I think I have it on a short.
Would he put his right foot? Would he put his right foot somewhere? Go ahead.
They had a bladed stance like they do in karate. He tends to get more bladed. So that's why Bruce Lee did it. But anyways, we have Warrior Clan says that I guess he thinks Sugar Ray Robinson was a beast on the inside.
Sugar Ray Robinson
was. He was a complete fighter.
All right. Any other questions out there, guys? Go ahead and fire away. You got the boxing historian, so I don't know. Maybe there's some history to why Ryan did what he did. We'll go back in time and find the parallel that Bruce, who would you say did something similar but came back from it? So you had Ryan. He kind of,
a lot of people, a lot of boxers.
Yeah, we know Galata. We remember Galata did it against Tyson. Who was another person who quit? We know Duran against Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah, that was the famous. Well, Vitaly Lomachenko, he's forced a lot of fighters to quit on their stool. I can't go think of the names now, but a lot of top-ranked fighters, former world champions. He was he was a fighter like that, where he beat it out of you, where you gave him your best, and you sat on that stool and you thought about it, and you didn't come back out. So Lomachenko was one of those guys who would make you quit.
Who was the guy, Bruce? Who was the guy? He said it was Foreman. He was short, much more shorter than Foreman, and he quit. And they asked him why, and he said because that was death. That was death in there.
I don't know. Bruce know that one. I don't.
The interview. Maybe somebody knows out there. Oh, we got Marty, manager Marty. You want to join the party, Marty?
Manager Marty.
Maybe Dwight Mohammed Kwawi. Maybe Bert Cooper. This is on his comeback, right? You're talking about?
Yeah. I think I got the delay on this thing.
They made who quit? Who quit?
He made Kwawi and Bert Cooper. They both quit against George Foreman on his second on his comeback.
Yeah, and I remember his word was that was death in there, something like that, something to that was death. I think.
Well, you get hit by one of those baseball bats from George Foreman, and so maybe you think you were dead, or you wish you were dead.
Exactly.
And tomorrow the movie's coming out. By the way, Big George Foreman. That we've been waiting for that movie, and I'm looking forward to seeing that one, man. As soon as it comes on, the internet. I don't know if I want to go to a movie theater and sit through that, but it's an interesting movie. And see, that's another reason that J. Marie Moore called me up, because they had an actor playing Archie Moore in the movie, and her father's in the Screen Actors Guild, and the estate was supposed to be notified, and they were supposed to get financial okays, but nobody notified her. And she called George Foreman, and George kind of blew her off. So there's a lot happening, man. I'm looking forward to talking to her. Archie's daughter has a big, strong relationship with George Foreman. Her father was the only guy who didn't laugh at George when George said he was going to want to make his comeback. He was with George in Zaire. He was with George everywhere, man, fighting Joe Frazier. He showed George the Philly shuffle. He showed George how to avoid Joe Frazier. And it's going to be interesting stuff,
Marty, do you want to come on? Manager Marty's there. I don't know if he wants to come on or not. Let's see. He says hi to everybody, by the way. We have Boss B. Mohammed Kwawi was the guy.
Dwight Mohammed Kwawi. I said that.
Okay.
I said Kwawi or Cooper. Dwight Mohammed Kwawi, an amazing fighter from Philadelphia. Tim must know Dwight Mohammed
he's
Kwawi.
From Jersey. He's from Jersey.
Well, but he hung in Philadelphia, though, didn't he?
No, he didn't stay over there that much.
No, he trained in Jersey. Well, dude, it's so close, man. You might as well be from Philly if you're from Jersey.
I know that's only like 15 minutes away. Yeah.
Prestige, yeah. But
all right, guys, how about this? We got a question. Lord Jama wants to know Loma versus Haney, May 20. Who you got? Go ahead, champ. Then Bruce, you tell us who you think.
Go ahead, Bruce.
Well, that's once again, that's gonna be a tough fight, man. You know, Haney he's doing a lot getting down to 135. That's gonna be tough. He blows up to 160 between fights, and Lomachenko actually, you know how fighters they have a minimum these days. They have a minimum of what they're gonna fight for, and Lomachenko actually he paid Haney $1 million. So this fight would happen. Lomachenko is fighting this fight more for the legacy. I think he's going to be trouble. He's got those angles. You know, he's short, he's small, but he moves around fast. He nails you with angles, and like I said, he makes people quit. And Devin Haney, he fights better from the outside, mid range. He's not an inside fighter. So this is going to come down to the last quarter of the fight. And if Devin Haney doesn't have his wind, if he's not in shape, if he gasses, I think we could see an upset here. Smart money's on Haney, but man, Lomachenko's a very, very live underdog. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me say something about the movers. Okay, everybody try to like Lomachenko. You have to go to their body all the time because you can't hit their head. Their main movement is to move out of the way so you don't hit them on the head. But if you aggravate them to the body, they'll get aggravated. And there's nobody doing it, though. You know, one of the best movers was Mike the Bounty Hunter. I know you know him. We talked about, to me, Lomachenko is an easy, for me. I know exactly what to do. I spar with guys that move like him. And Slim was telling me what to do. Put pressure. You got to be in shape to fight him, though, because he's moving everywhere. But if you touch him to the body, they don't like that. It's because they're trying to get their head out the way. But every time you touch this, they don't like that. They don't like the big part. I'm telling you. We was hitting the bounty hunter on the shoulder and everything. And he wants you to hit him up here because he can move real good like that. And he can move his body too, but you got to go to the body. Lomachenko moves real good.
Here's a good statement.
Got to go right to the body, Bruce.
What do you guys think about this? Boss B says Loma loses against real Mexican-style boxing. He lost against Salido. Is that because they do that? Do they just big body?
They go to the body a lot, but go ahead, Bruce. They go to the body.
No, I mean, it's a whole different fight. The Salido fight was years ago. It's going to be an interesting fight. We'll never know. You know, we're not going to know. It's settled in the ring. It never gets settled on the message boards. This is a fight I'm really looking forward to. Nothing would surprise me. Haney's not that Mexican fighter. Haney's not an inside fighter. He fights from the outside. He fights from mid range. So we'll see how Loma handles that. We'll see if Loma can use those angles, can use that footwork, and get inside and hit him in the stomach, hit him in the body. See if that weight drain is too much for him. Because like I said, I think this is going to be maybe the last fight we see Haney, undisputed lightweight champion at 135, bro.
What do you? All right, we got Darius, and I think that's Polish when they put the SZ, but you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong there, Darius. Here's an interesting one. Do you guys remember taking your first big liver shot? Champ, go ahead. I'm sure you took a few.
No, I blocked. I can't remember. Wait a minute. I can't remember. I might have gotten hit on this. No, I can't. Maybe Bruce got hit. I did get hit.
I had a liver biopsy once, so I know how delicate it is, bro.
I did get hit. I got hit in the stomach when I was like an amateur, and I felt that. Yeah, I turned pro. I barely got. I was blocking them all. I was blocking them all when I turned pro. I'm just trying to remember if I got hit somewhere.
Well, the liver's in that certain spot. It's on your right hand side. It's just above your rib cage. It's right around your rib cage, and it's very susceptible to that left hook to the body. So
I think I did get hit there before. I got hit there before.
It's an indescribable pain. It really is. And some real fighters, they'll tell you that Ryan Garcia, he couldn't. He's lucky he got to his feet. at the time that he did, because that pain is just so intense. Your brain tells your legs to give away. You know what it feels like when you get that, when you get an incredible body shot, man. It's lights out. So that's a devastating punch. Tim, did you go to the body a lot, or did you stick to the head?
The
No,
can
I went
opener,
everywhere.
Bruce.
I went
The
everywhere.
can opener, right,
Yeah,
champ?
I went everywhere.
The favorite technique. I don't know if I should put that out there in case there's one of you that Wither Forks listening. The one that's always
I went
challenged.
everywhere. I went
know.
to the body.
Wither Fork, you better watch out for the can opener, huh, champ? What is it? A jab and then
we trained to throw the slasher, or we call it the can of the jab, and this to Larry Holmes' left side to take away his jab, and it did slow him down. If you watch the fight, you see they keep saying, "Oh, and there goes that shot again to Larry Holmes' side," and they said his side is getting red. We trained to try to get his jab because he had a good jab. We trained to tear this up down in here, the side up in here. And if you notice in the fight, I kept drilling the right hand there and drilling the right hand there. And eventually it seems like his jab, one of my 5 orders.
And just so people know, we were with Larry Holmes. I don't know, he's like business agent.
Yeah,
and we did talk, and I have his number, and he said Larry Holmes would be very interested in
Why you want me
watching
to call
the
you
fight
tomorrow?
that Tim and Tim and him had, and doing a breakdown.
Everything good over there?
That should be exciting.
All right, love you, y'all. Talk to you tomorrow. Sorry, that was one of my 5 daughters.
I was just telling everybody I have Jay, which was is Larry Holmes' like business agent, who said definitely Larry Holmes would love to do a video with you together, breaking down your fight together. So I don't know, Bruce. That's a goosebumpy type of situation.
No, yeah, we're into that, man. You just tell me
to fight again.
The face of boxing is going to be there, so you definitely set your clock for that, bro.
Hey,
that
300,000 views. I want my face there.
That'd be like a rematch.
I don't know shit about
That'd be like a rematch.
Man. I'll be in the middle. I'll be keeping you guys apart. I'll be like this. I'll be holding you guys apart. I know. Tim remembers that loss, man. That L didn't set well on that unblemished record that he took into that fight.
Let me talk about that. Let me talk real quick. You know what? I was really happy that I was in that position. I wasn't real bitter. And if you see after the fight, I was like, okay, he won. I was kind of like, man, I was just happy to be a part of that positive event. Me fighting against Larry Holmes, it helped me in my legacy and stuff. He did a good job against Larry Holmes. But if you notice on the video, when I was sitting there waiting for him to announce it, I was just really happy and proud that I did a good job. And you can see on my face, I was like, okay, that's okay. He got it. That was just the beginning of my life and stuff, like not my life, but that was the beginning of a lot of good things. That was great, man. Fighting him at only 14 fights and 7 amateur fights, and coming from a boxing city, Philly. Oh man, that was cool.
It should have been a rematch. They should have run it again.
You know, he was trying to reach Rocky Marciano's record, and Don kept putting young guys in there to try to bump him off, I think. That's how the IBF was created, because he wanted, him and Bob Lee got together and created the IBF because he didn't want to fight no more. This is what I heard. He didn't want to fight no more hard fights. Don King, I think, maybe was trying to get him bumped off or whatever. And that's how the IBF was created. That's what I was told. Because Larry didn't want to fight no more young, up and coming. He fought David Bay, me, Greg. Didn't he fight Greg?
Don't say too much, Tim.
He
might want to come on the channel.
Who?
Larry.
I'm cool with Larry.
I don't know, Tim. Listen, everybody. I talked to Larry, and he told me that Philly shell was nothing. He picked it open his jab was a can opener. He said, look at Tim's front teeth. They're all gone. He said he did all that. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to start trouble anybody.
He's a trouble. This guy's a troublemaker up here, man. He's a troublemaker. You got to watch him.
There was a guy. We were at the Muhammad Ali camp. I forgot his name. A giant guy. You fought, and you had lost to Tim. And I was, but you and him, and I said to you, and I made it loud enough for him. I says, I don't want to say nothing, but I forgot who the guy was. I said, he said, Tim, your over here was nothing but a bunch of pillows. And he went, what?
Oh, you said that to me?
Yeah, I whispered it, like I made it loud enough so he could hear it. And he turned around and he says, I didn't say that.
I wonder.
Anyway.
I wonder who that.
All right,
been.
so well, you got somebody here saying Tim Bosby. We need more Tim sparring sessions so I can keep copping his moves. He wants to learn your moves. We got to get more
Copying.
Yeah, my eyes are bad.
Sparring
Sorry.
sessions.
All right, I got my eyes are great.
Sparring sessions.
So you have Lord J-Mo, best fighter from each decade, starting from the 70s.
Best fighter from the 70s.
Sugar Ray was pretty good.
Muhammad Ali was great through the 70s. Sugar Ray. Okay. I was going to say Sugar Ray. It's tough because there were so many great ones back then. We had Duran, man. We had Hearns. It was just a great era. We had Tim Witherspoon. I mean, the 70s.
I came after them guys. I came after Ali and them.
Joe, what are you, 75 now, champ? Something like that.
Jimmy Young was a pretty good boxer too. Jimmy Young
was slick. He was, man.
Yes. He hit me in my stomach.
Who was the best? The best to come out of the 80s was who? Mike Tyson?
Oh, yeah, Tyson. Now Tim's going to get mad. I don't know. I see Tim Witherspoon coming out of that.
No, you got to give credit. I tried. I just had paperwork problems. I had managerial promotional problems, and it defeated my journey to trying to really enjoy the heavyweight championship of the world. Talk to people. I was destroyed after a while, not being paid the proper money, didn't have the right management, but I did the best I could.
You did, champ. So everybody out there, if you got questions about Ryan Garcia, go ahead and shoot away. If you're just coming in here, you got questions.
They didn't hear you. They didn't hear you.
What?
They didn't hear you because I didn't.
The best. He wants to know. Law wants to know the best fighters from each decade, from the 70s, the 80s. Who do you think's the best from the 80s, Tim?
The 80s. I was in the 80s. You were talking about something else, though. Brian was talking about something else.
No, I was saying to everybody out there, if you got questions about Ryan, remember to ask away. Don't be afraid.
The best in the 80s. Like, it's Sugar Ray in the 80s, right? Sugar Ray, like you said, Roberto Duran, Aaron Pryor, Tommy Hearns. There was a lot of good fighters in the 80s.
Marvin Hagler.
The list goes on and on.
And if we went division by division, we could come up with some nice names. But there's just so many great ones out there. That's that's a loaded question, Law. We could go all night long on that one. We haven't even gotten to the 90s yet. So
it was a lot of good trainers around. I'm not knocking anybody, but as the 80s started getting towards the 90s, you can see it declined in skills and everything. Now, skills on certain levels, like real good skills, and then I'm just saying, Larry Holmes had a good jab and a right hand. I'm not down on him, but do you think, I'm saying to myself, could Larry Holmes really chain a guy to become a champion? I'm saying he only had a jab, he didn't have defense, and he had a big heart, Larry Holmes. I would think on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say like 4 or 3, because he did have a good, he would have to teach him like how to be tough and how to not give up, how to be a good warrior. But in terms of just shooting that jab and putting the combinations together, I don't think that Larry would be the right guy to do in there, because he was good at the jab, then he sneaky with the right hand, but no defense really. No defense. And there's other there's other boxers that you could say fall in that category. Um, but he was a champ. His heart was big, and he will fight you. Larry will
So,
fight you.
so champ, we're getting near the end here. So for
Okay.
all those out there, give us a breakdown. Let's say Ryan came to your camp. What would
Okay.
we do for him at our camp?
Everybody will see the difference. We could do a whole lot. I can see there's several things that he need. Um, he would have defense. He would learn how to slip and relax. Um,
What did you say
you,
the biggest thing was, champ? When we first started, for those who weren't here, what was the biggest thing that you saw he needed to work on immediately?
because he was fighting the southpaw and he was using his jab, and I was really disappointed in that instead of his right hand. When you fighting or sparring with a southpaw, your jab is the right hand. If you're right handed and you're fighting somebody left handed, your jab is right in front of his right hand. So if this is his right hand, your jab going to be right in front of. So you got to use the hand that's on the other side. You got to use the right hand. Keep using that right hand, right? And then sneak the left hook in. Okay? That right hand is like your jab. Boom. Now, Ryan Garcia got a good left hook. He should have
Champ,
been
name what's one drill if he was here we would work on with him if you started him off at the camp.
bending his knees. Suppose he's not fighting the southpaw. Bending his knees, keeping his defense in tight, like this, right? But when the bell ring, come out, keep this closer, keep this to here, and be ready to block jabs. When you're coming out and being ready to slip, being ready to take chances. That's what boxing is about too. You got to be able to take chances. Somebody has to show you how to take those chances, and then you have to get in there and execute them. You got to keep practicing and practicing it, and then you'll get it. But it don't seem like nobody's showing them these things. You know,
Bruce, you got a question for the champ on Ryan's training. What you think? Maybe something old school you would see working there that the champ might utilize in training. I'm going to the historian. If he's got something from the past, he think it would help out and see what the champ thinks.
Well, I mean, Ryan Garcia, I think he has to. He needs a whole breakdown of his program. I think he needs a new trainer. I think he needs a new promoter. You know, Ryan was basically he didn't belong in that ring with Tank that on Saturday night. He took those stipulations, that weight draining thing. He just wanted to get in the fight. Oscar didn't want that fight. Bernard Hopkins, they didn't want that fight, but Ryan insisted on it, and he was exposed. I think Ryan needs a trainer like Tim to show him some defense. You know, show him how to Ryan hasn't improved since he hasn't improved in years. He needs to constantly improve. Ryan wanted to pay. Yep, Ryan wanted that. Yep. Ryan wanted to cash out.
Wow. He needed
and
somebody
Bob
around him.
Says the current level is much lower than the old school example. Could Ryan Garcia or Tank be called one of the best in the division in those old times?
Not yet. Not yet.
No, you can only fight the people that are alive in your division today. So it's really hard to make those fantasy judgments like that. But I'd say at 135 though, man, we got some good fights that can be happening. The winner of Ryan Garcia, the winner of Lomachenko and Devin Haney to fight Tank Davis, that would be a killer fight. And then you got Shakur Stevens waiting right outside. He looked fantastic 2 weeks ago. I mean, 135 is hot right now. And even 140. Just look at what we were just talking about, Teofimo Lopez and
no, don't tell me you forgetting.
Yeah.
Haney.
No. The guy from England. The former undisputed 140. Shit, man.
Barry McGuigan, no.
No. He's fighting Tio in a few.
Oh, you talking about we just said his name. I'm forgetting.
Yeah, we just said his name.
Lord
Damn.
JMO says, good night, champ. See
Okay.
you later, Lord JMO.
Get
Josh
ready for
Taylor.
the next
There we go. Con Sharnham, he's got a half a brain out there. Josh Taylor. That's what we were trying to think of.
Josh Taylor. There you go.
You got to watch out for that guy, though, Con Shawnery.
Oh, Con Sharnham, he's a slick one out there, bro.
Does he go in your? Does he in your chats?
Oh, he's my boy. Yeah. Con Sharnham probably came here because I talk you guys up so much. I say, hey, you got to come see the champ Tim Witherspoon, bro. He's on my show all the time. Con's always in my show. Tomorrow, Con's gonna be on there tomorrow at 1:30 to get that dope on Sonny Liston.
1:30. Okay.
Maybe we
1:30.
gotta bring old Sean Connery on the show itself. Bring him on one time.
Yeah, Con. I think Con jumped on my panel a couple of times.
Okay.
He's he's a highly intelligent fighter, a highly intelligent boxing fan. He knows what he's talking about.
You can also use a boxing troll too.
Ooh.
We have suspicions about Deontay Wilder challenging you and Ryan Garcia challenging you. I don't know. I think old Sean might be behind that.
Yeah.
Unless I got the wrong one, but I think this could be the guy who keeps morphing. Am I right, Bruce? Is this the guy who morphs his name?
You know, there's a million different names, a different million icons out there on the internet. We never know who we're talking to, who's talking to us. So we just have to keep our guard up, man. You know, keep weaving and bobbing. Don't get any sucker shots.
That's right.
All right, champ, close it out, man.
No, okay. Well, thanks everybody for coming on the show. Thank you, Bruce, as always, and Brian. Let's keep it moving. We just gotta wake everybody up. If they sleeping, this boxing game is in the turmoil. It's good though. It's a good turmoil. You know, in terms of like ups and downs and skills, and it's just everywhere now. Everything is this way and that way, but it's going to turn out to be good. Just hang in there.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Boxing is definitely not dying. Boxing is happening. It's not like it was in the 80s, the 70s, the 90s, but it's the best there is right now. I'm sticking with it. I love boxing. I'm not gonna talk down on it. I'm not gonna say they should be better, because it will be eventually. The only way that these disputes can be settled is in the ring. These guys want legacy. There's plenty of legacy to be made out there. And man, you know, I didn't even know you guys are on tonight. I'm glad I floated by here. Gracious enough to invite me in here. I appreciate it, man. Talking to the champ, talking to my brother Brian. Good stuff out there. You know it, man. I love it, man.
Remember, go to Bruce's channel. Don't forget.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big
Yeah,
thing coming.
Tomorrow,
1:30.
Yeah. If you think you know the truth about Sonny Liston, this guy will blow your mind. He's 75 years old. He's been studying about Sonny Liston for 40 years, and he's a real writer. He's an author, which is, you know, wow. I mean, that's he's published. You can go on Amazon and see his book. I was looking at it today. I think the hard copy was like $135. I couldn't even find one of those $15 copies on it. But anyway, man, it's going to be an honor to talk to him tomorrow. And you guys, God bless you, man. Good night, man.
Okay.
All right. Good night, everybody.
All right. Good night. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye,
See
everyone.
you.
All right. Bye.